Did it work?
Okay,
Let me
now
know
we
when you
should be
click it.
live. Hello, chat. If we're live,
Yes.
post in chat. Viewers.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Hello
everyone. I am joined with two Brazilians named Vinny and Sofia. Feel free to introduce yourselves. Two fellow artists.
Two fellow Brazilians, as you might say too, because we have granted Jake the right to be called Brazilian.
Oh, thank you. How's Hatsune Miku doing now that you guys have custody? I hope she's getting 3 meals a day.
Oh, she is. She really likes. Well, she's not very happy here in my house because she's more used to Rio de Janeiro, and here in Curitiba it's too cold. But yeah, she's doing fine. Don't worry. I'm feeding her rice and beans every day.
Good.
It's from my end, at least the stream seems to be a little delayed. I don't know if it's to everyone
that's
else.
normal.
I put low latency, so it's probably fine. But yeah, let me know if you notice any like serious issues.
Okay then.
Apparently,
Okay, I try to guide myself through the talk instead of the screen.
Okay. Yeah, there is a small delay, but it's just fine for me. I can hear Vinny just fine.
Okay.
Gonna wait a little bit just for people to join.
Do you wanna like plug Vinny's and my social media or like art account?
No,
etc.?
you are not allowed to promote yourself.
Okay.
That is that is a huge faux pas you just commit, and I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now. Actually, no, you can go ahead and plug your stuff. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, do you want to go first, Vinny? I'm very shy. I never been on live before.
Okay, I try. So I'm Vinny. I'm Brazilian. I draw historical stuff usually, and you can find me at Duke the Vinny on Twitter, formerly Twitter, and I have also an Instagram, but I barely post there. So I advise you mostly to follow me on Twitter.
Can everyone hear my friends in chat? Is the audio fine?
Oh, I already looking at the chat and I recognize some people. At least one of them.
Someone said they can hear us well. And I can recognize some people as well.
Did they say they can hear you well or they can't hear you well? I should probably.
They can.
We hear them well.
Okay, cool. That's all. That's what matters.
Someone said you were kind of quiet.
I'm quiet. See about that.
Yeah.
How about now?
Jake, sounds better now.
What's up?
Jake, can I shout out two people specifically that are in the audience?
Go for
it. Shout out to Sarsi.
Oh, she's in chat, by the way. Yeah.
Those two people happen to have given me money once.
Oh.
Commissions and other things, those donations and such. Well, I guess my turn to introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can introduce you to Sofia if you want.
I'm not that important to have this honor.
I can do that. I just think She's
Okay,
stinky, she's smelly, she shits everyone.
what the fuck? What the fuck? Do you hate? Are you a misogynist? Do you hate me?
I'm
No,
wearing the propeller hat right now, so I'm kind of a misogynist.
I see. Well, that explains it. I'm Teresa. Teresa Sofia. You can call me Sophie or Teresa. On Twitter, you can find me as Sophie Artworks. I draw historical arts, gay art, religious art, and yeah,
Is there any
you
distinction
may.
between those three categories, honestly?
I sometimes ask that a lot. For example, I made a poll on my account like, if I were to sell prints, which kind of artwork would you like? Historical art, religious art, or my OCs? And all of the options got like basically equal amount of votes, like 33%. So I think it's basically the same thing.
That was a pretty clear
So
sign. Yeah.
yeah, you may be familiar with a lot. You may be familiar with me from Twitter, from me talking about catarism because that's my hyperfixation at the moment. But yeah.
Also, I don't know if I haven't even shown you guys yet, but I got this chair that is like deeper so that like my cats can sit with me, and ever since then, Georgie loves sitting like in the back of it. I got it so they could sit on my lap, right? But Georgie will just sit way back here. And so I have to sit like on the edge of the chair because I am a beta male who will not assert dominance.
Wokeism has taken a lot from us.
Yeah.
The Chad Cat mods, the virgin history artist.
Tisk.
All right, so today I just wanted to draw. I did my recently. I did my little animation of the Germanic weapon dancers based on the Sutton Hoo helmet plates. I actually haven't posted that on YouTube yet, but if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can see that. But while I was like collecting like references for that animation, I was looking at the Valsgärde plates. I think that's how it's pronounced, Valsgärde, which are different helmet plates from a different Germanic burial site. But they're two different plates that depict this scene of like this like horse rider with a spear, and then behind him is a figure that's probably Odin, but he's like a little tiny little gremlin creature with his little horned helmet, and he's like guiding the spear into what looks like a tiny little flying woman, and then below his horse he's like trampling a guy who's like stabbing up into the horse's belly, and then there's like another guy off to the side. And so I just found this kind of, I guess this was, I assume, an artistic motif that only from that culture that only survives in these like few depictions now. But it looked really fun to draw, so I thought it would be a fun idea to do that on stream, because I'm trying to do more art that isn't just for videos. I feel like it's been kind of difficult to progress as an artist because I pretty much only ever draw for my videos. So I don't really put together like compositions that are just like one little drawing. But yeah, I thought this would be fun. So, Sophia, you're into Beowulf specifically, but are you more broadly into like pre-Christian Germanic culture?
Yeah, kinda. Like, it's basically inevitable that I have to learn a little bit about that, because Beowulf, while it was written during like the Christian period of the Anglo-Saxons, it refers to a lot of those, a lot of pre-Christian traditions. I was not familiar with the Valsgärde plates, but I was familiar with the Torslunda plates, and I believe the Sutton Hoo helmet also has like very similar imagery. And I had a very fun interaction with my teacher in class before I was writing basically while I was writing my thesis about those plates, because I directly asked like, But what does that mean? Like, what does it mean? The little guy over there dancing with the spears. He looked at me straight in the eye and said, "We don't know."
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
That's what's
thing. Like
beautiful about it.
I feel like there's somewhat compelling evidence that the dancers with like the horned helmet um are maybe Odin, because there's one where that's like missing an eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on the Sutton Hoo helmet, which has like a depiction of those dancers, the Sutton Hoo helmet, it has like these like red gemstones around the eyes, and then on the right side, or on one side, there's like gold leaf under the gemstones, so they like reflect light, but the other side doesn't have those. So if it's like in a dark setting and it's like reflecting light back on you, it'll look like one side is like glowing red and then the other is blank. So that's also evocative of Odin.
Yeah. Well, I'm usually a little bit skeptical with those sorts like of
Yeah.
connections, because the thing about like Germanic and Norse mythology is that basically almost all textual evidence we have about them was written so such a long time after like their cults have been suppressed.
Exactly.
But when we find something like that, it looks a lot like, for example, Odin. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's so much. I like whenever I'm looking at like artifacts like this that are clearly depicting some sort of type scene, or something. Like, there's clearly some backstory behind like the imagery. It's always so tempting to try and connect it to like the surviving mythology that we have, even though that mythology was preserved by Christians for the most part. So it's hard to know like what is authentically pagan. But yeah, it's so tempting to look at like the weapon dancers and think that like, oh, that must be Odin. And then even in this plate that I'm drawing here, there's that like in the one of them in like the top left corner, there's like this what looks to be like this flying woman that like the rider is like thrusting his spear at, and I just see flying woman and I'm like, that's got to be a Valkyrie, right? But I don't, obviously, like, you can't know that, but it's tempting to try and draw those connections. So I've kind of drawn her as a Valkyrie with like kind of like a wing, like a feathered cloak she's wearing. Even though that's not in the original. And then also with my drawing of like Odin, quote unquote, I have him like winking because I'm interpreting him as Odin, though in the plates he clearly has two eyes in both of those. So it may or may not be.
That's fair. The original artist might have forgotten to put one single eye.
Yeah. And that's the thing, whenever I'm like drawing like characters from Norse mythology, I just want something to go off of. Like, it's not known for sure, I think, if like the Snapton stone is actually Loki, the like bellows stone with the guy with like the curly mustaches, but that there's like 3 lines on his mouth that look like maybe those are the stitches on Loki's mouth. Don't know for sure, but it's something I can work with to make Loki into a recognizable character.
Oh yeah. Someone asked in chat, what is the best Futhark? I assume referring to which room you like the most.
I do not have an opinion on the Futhark. I wouldn't be able to look at like younger or elder. I can't read runes at all, so I wouldn't be able to look at younger or elder Futhark and distinguish between them.
I can vaguely recognize some of them, especially because there's some of them became letters in the Latin alphabet for what's written by the Anglo-Saxons. I like the Thorn, for example.
Yeah, I like the fact that Odin is supposed to be pronounced Odin is supposed to be pronounced Othin, but
yes.
They have a dedicated letter for the sound. And then but it just looks like a D.
Yeah, I it's so difficult for me to pronounce like the th sound in English. So in regards to those
Oh,
Germanic languages, I could never distinguish those sounds.
um,
I only know that
I
there is a
don't know.
difference.
I
Yeah.
don't know how much of it is true, but I've read it in such a long time, that the reason why in English people say you and ye
Mhm.
like in old text is because when the first English printers were working in translating books and in printing new books, they were using French printers. So those French printers didn't have the thorn. So they just substituted it with the Y. So you had thou and thee with a thorn, but when they would
Oh,
print the books that had thou and thee, they would use the Y instead of the thorn, and so
I'm
you
afraid
had
that's
you and me.
Is that
And
a
I'm
myth?
afraid that's a lie, but it's so
I'm
much
afraid it's
fun
a
to think
myth.
it's true.
Uh,
But it's so much fun.
like I'm not a linguist, but thou and thee, you and ye already existed in Old English, so I find unlikely that that is the case. I believe ye originally was like plural, but thee already existed as basically the way that we use you singular would be thee, and plural would be ye. I'm pretty sure. Also, Yurik asking chat,
Oh, hi, Eric.
what is your favorite Aesir
Acer.
design you came up with?
My favorite Aesir design. I like. I recently, like almost a year ago now, I did redesigns of Thor and Loki. For a video I didn't end up making. I ended up redoing Perseus instead because I kind of hit a wall with that project, and I just wanted to do something uh,
Mm.
that I would enjoy. But I liked my redesigns of them. I'm gonna have to. I do want to revisit Norse mythology soon. That's not a promise. I never want to make promises because I'm always like waffling between different. This just this month, I was in kind of a funk where I didn't know what to do next, so I like half started 2 different videos and then said fuck it, and now I'm doing something completely different. Uh, uh, but but anyway, yeah. So I do want to revisit Norse mythology soon. So I'm probably gonna redo. I did play with a new Odin design more closely based on these like migration period plates with the like horned helmet and stuff. So yeah. I'm on the fence about whether when I eventually do a proper Odin redesign, I'm on the fence about whether, because this horned helmet guy, he has like ears, like these
Yeah.
floppy ears on the side, and I don't know if that's supposed to be like part of the helmet or if those are like his ears. So I'm on the fence about whether I should give Odin like floppy ears. Like it's already so speculative to base
Yeah.
Odin off of this design. Like I'm already like kind of going out on a limb because we don't really know for sure if it's even supposed to be Odin. But I don't know. It's tempting to do something kind of weird and unconventional like that, to have him just have floppy ears.
It always looks a little bit furry to me.
Yeah, it's kind of furry code. Well, I've always like wondered how I should depict Jotuns, because like giant is the common translation for Jotun,
Oh yeah.
but it's
Mhm.
not. That's misleading because there are some who are like explicitly giants, but for the most part they're not like they're not distinct in size or appearance from the Aesir.
Yeah.
So there is this sense that the Jotuns are generally more like, and these are loaded terms, but like more like monstrous or barbaric
Yeah.
than the gods. So I thought, like, so for a while I would just give them like some random monstery trait, like horns or like pointed ears or something to distinguish them. But there's also the fact that like the Aesir, they have so much shared DNA with the Jotuns, and not that the like pagan Norse that they had any notion of like genes or anything like that. But so I don't know. So anyway, I was like thinking like maybe it would be fitting if Odin had like some kind of like monstery
Animal-like.
trait, like or animalistic trait to him, like floppy ears.
That's an interesting interpretation. Like, I'm not that familiar with the Icelandic or Scandinavian literature, but I had this exact discussion in a paper I wrote recently about the monsters in Beowulf, because Grendel is also sometimes translated as a giant, because the word used is basically a cognate with Jotun. It's like an Eoten. And this is really funny in the context of Beowulf, because in Beowulf, there is also like gigantas, which are actual giants, as in written with the Greek word giant. So when you mix up like the Eotens and the gigantas you both translate both as giant, you're mixing up two different creatures.
I always thought so my impression was that the fact that Beowulf finds a giant sword in Grendel's mother's lair, and then when Hrothgar is looking at the sword, it's kind of trying to connect. It's trying to like bridge the conflict of Beowulf to like the original sin of Cain and the giants and the antediluvian giants, the Nephilim. That's trying to. So I thought it was. I've always taken it to be implying that Grendel and his mother are like descended from the Nephilim.
I think that's a valid interpretation. I do find it interesting though, because the way that if you read the poem, when the poet describes like, the Cain's kin, like the race of Cain that originated from when Cain murdered his brother, he described like a list of evil spirits that spawned, and he lists like in this order elves, orcs, ogres, which would be like the Aten, and the giants that fought against gods before the deluge. So he's basically, I like the interpretation like that there is a connection between Grendel and the Nephilim, but the poet described them as separate, you know. So it's still very much up to debate, you know.
That's a good point. If I were trying to make sense of that from like using Genesis as a basis, I think my takeaway would be that like all those like kind of creatures which have never been like, which in the medieval period were never like distinctly like taxonomized, right? My notion would be that like all those creatures are like the Nephilim, like the descendants of the sons of God in Genesis, when it says like the sons of God came down and got with the daughters of men. That would be my best attempt to connect the dots. I'd probably come out with something like that. But again, that's just assuming that the author of Beowulf had like such like concrete notions of what he was talking about, which is a big assumption to make.
That is already like a big wishful thinking on our part. I like to think that, but you know. Changing subjects a little bit. Someone's. Oh, you want to say something, Vinny? Sorry.
I was just going back to the design of this Odin. Like down here, the one comment, one watcher said, Blockhart said he believed those ears are depictions of the neck guards in the helmet, like in the Sutanhu helmet, that has like the back and the cheek protection.
Yeah,
at least to me, it looks more like part of the helmet.
Yeah, let me pull up my pure ref file. Okay, good. It opened onto this place. So I have. This is a stream exclusive. This is a redesign of Odin I did like well over a year ago now, almost I think almost 2 years ago now, where I was basing him more off of the
Ooh.
weapon dancer. And so this is
Uh-huh.
Odin. This is definitely not Odin, and this is Frey's husband. I forget his name, but he's also definitely not Odin. Freya's husband. I mean, uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, here is trying to connect it to the. But anyway, so here's my like reference file that I was looking at, and so yeah, I did consider that the ears are like the cheek guard maybe, and they're just kind of flopping around. But then I looked at other instances of the weapon dancer. I've never actually looked at the I can't find a picture of, I guess because it's so degraded, I can't these are the Sutton Hoo dancers, and I can't for the life of me find a picture of the actual plate. I'm guessing it's like barely even like discernible because it's like broken and rusted. You can see here that like they had to like reconstruct most of the figure on the other side. But here, the way it's drawn here, it doesn't look like, it looks like part of the hat, like part of just like a wide hat that's like pointy on the
Yeah.
sides. And then this is
Yeah.
a recently found one in Kent, and here they look distinctly like floppy, like they're kind of like going down and out to the sides. And then there's this guy, this plate. They have like a distinct, almost like horn-like shape. And then I feel like is there one more? Oh yeah, and then there's this one. I don't know where this one is from, but here it has like even like a curve to it. So I think basically taking all of these into account, I think they're supposed to be either they're supposed to be ears, or they're supposed to be like part of just like some weird kind of hat that we just don't know what it's supposed to be. But I don't think that they're I
They're
don't
part of the
think
helmet.
yeah, I don't think that they're like cheek guards from a typical kind of helmet.
It doesn't look like it because they are all very consistently like open, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every time the helmet shows up, it clearly is on a warrior figure who's wearing just Vandal period clothes or clearly chainmail.
Yeah.
While the figures are, we can only interpret as much as just the belt and the shoes, maybe pants for charitable.
Someone in chat said that for further confusion, they might also be what is said in surviving folklore as a white hat, recorded both in Sweden, Norway, and Faroese and Iceland separately, i.e., Odin had a white hat.
I do not. Literally, as you were saying that, I was like, I never considered that Odin is, as part of his disguise at least, he's described as having a wide-brimmed hat. And I've never seen, like, what that's supposed... Like, most people either interpret it as, like, a wizard hat, or, but, like, there aren't any, like, actual, like, pre-Christian depictions of Odin in that sort of disguise, so I guess we've never really known what it's supposed to look like. But yeah,
and I believe we also don't have much like surviving like white hats in like pre-Christian Scandinavia either. Like,
yeah.
I'm not that big into like archaeology, but at least I have never seen that in like reenactors and such.
Yeah, I mean, it's all like organic material, so if it's not like depicted in art, then we don't really have anything to go off of. Yeah, there is a lot of like ancient Greek art where there's like a distinct style of like wide brimmed hat that like Hermes wears and like Oedipus wears, and like a traveler's hat basically. So that's, I guess, what I would go base it off of, even though, completely different cultures, but it's better than like a wizard hat, which is just like very, I don't know, like loaded with modern notions of what Odin is supposed to be like.
Yeah. A little anachronistic, honestly.
Yeah.
As long as they don't look like Vikings from the Vikings TV show, it's
from the
good
Vikings
for me.
No.
Are you saying that they didn't have side cuts?
Yeah, they didn't have a fucking fade.
They didn't have a fade. Did they lie to me? People do that. They lie on TV.
But that's illegal.
That's illegal. Yeah.
I did some designs of some Vendel period things with using the plates as a reference, and I just well, it looks cool. It has horns. It will be part of a helmet. Good enough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if anyone's seen The Northman, there is a scene in The Northman where they're doing like a berserker pre-battle ritual, and there's
Yeah.
a guy who I guess is like some berserker priest, and he has the horned helmet that Odin is wearing in this piece.
Isn't it Omelet's father who's wearing the helmets, if I remember
No,
correctly?
it's his I guess it's his adoptive father. After spoilers, he escapes from home,
Okay.
and then like the berserker uh the like band of berserkers like adopts him.
Yeah, I like that interpretation because he basically is showing this as sort of like initiation ritual for a berserk-esque cult thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very speculative, but it's a I find very believable.
Yeah. Like as it's just like what we're seeing on the Sutton Who plates is like some like ritual to like hype up berserkers for battle the night before.
Yeah, by the way, I really like the Odin redesign. I found like your designs in the Norse mythology videos and in the Beowulf videos really creative.
Thank you.
You
Uh yeah.
No, no.
Um,
Usually people like, uh, I don't know. People have this very Greek mythology vision that they project to Norse mythology. I feel like,
Mhm.
and I really like that in your video you use a lot of like actual Germanic archaeology and the iconography and such as inspiration. It looked really cool.
My favorite thing about ancient history and religion is just all the stuff that feels super alien and weird. So I specifically go looking for stuff that feels like weird or unfamiliar, and that's usually
Mhm.
what I want to go with. Like when in doubt, if I'm between like options, even if the more conventional thing is perfectly plausible for a character design, I'll go with the weird thing if I can.
Oh,
that's the best take when it comes to ancient or old stuff in general. I always find that doing something that looks alien, at least from a modern perspective, is more interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Why make everyone look like right motorbike riders when you can give them nice colors and weird helmets?
Yeah. And what I find is that when you can appreciate the alienness of ancient history, it makes the elements that are relatable, like, I don't know, hit harder. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, like if uh you're like reading, like, I don't know, the Iliad or something, which has people operating off of like a very different religious ideas, very different ideas of how morality works. But then when you just get a moment like when Hector is saying goodbye to his wife and his child, and he goes to kiss his son, and his son gets scared because he's wearing his helmet, and then Hector and his wife just like burst into laughter about that, and then they start
Mhm.
they laugh until they cry, and then they say goodbye to each other. Like that fuck like moments like that are just so human, so relatable, so
Yeah.
beautiful. Like they hit so much harder when all the time before that you're just kind of like what the fuck, like everything about it feels weird. Those human moments just like hit so
Yeah.
much harder.
This reminds me of a certain movie that came out very recently. I don't know if you heard about it. It's pretty underground. It's called The Odyssey
Mm-hmm.
by this guy Christopher Nolan.
Nolan.
Um, yeah, I don't know how to say this name. I never heard
Uh-huh.
of him before.
It probably is
Um,
Nolan, honestly. That's probably how it's supposed to be pronounced.
No, but anyway, like and I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but like
Mhm.
as I was watching the Odyssey, I was very annoyed that like Nolan feels very insecure about portraying like Greek culture and mythological aspects, as if like he doesn't believe that the audience is gonna buy it. But
Mhm.
the way that he tries to modernize the dialogue and their interactions kind of makes it feel less believable. Like for
Mhm.
example, and I'm not that into like a Greek mythology or Greek history, but I vaguely know that there is this thing about hospitality, right? Like
Oh yeah,
Zeus
sure.
wants you to treat guests right.
Yeah.
Sometimes Zeus shows up disguised or something.
Yeah, that's like
Um,
one of the most like that's one of like the cornerstones of their like morality basically. At
yeah.
least in the kind of legendary Homeric world.
Oh yeah. At least as a literary
Yeah.
element, right? The way that it's portrayed in the movie, it okay because like this is a very important plot point, but it's portrayed as sort of like not as a social
A
rule or a
commandment.
taboo. Yeah, it's portrayed more like they are afraid that they might encounter a god at random, as if like the
Mhm.
only reason people treat guests right is over the possibility that that person might be Zeus in disguise, you know?
Mhm.
And they mock this idea. It doesn't feel like this is like such a big deal. It feels almost like a superstition, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Nolan was trying to like kind of like trying to rationalize it, you know, instead
Uh-huh.
of like portraying it as a taboo to mistreat a guest, you know, which I don't know really took me out of the movie. There's a lot of problems with the movie, but that was one of the things that annoyed me.
We we have to understand that Christopher Nolan is his, let's say he comes from an
Uh-huh.
Anglo worldview, and as we all know, everyone from the Germanic world just think that treating your guests in a decent manner is outrageous and almost unbelievable. So he had to rationalize.
I guess so, yeah. Like, oh man, there were so many things that annoyed me in that movie. There was something that surprised me positively, but basically every time there is something weird happening, every time there's something like fantastical happening, there is the exposition line immediately afterwards, you know, like you need to
Yeah, he
explain what's
has.
happening, and it's
He
so
needs to justify
unnatural.
everything. He has
Yeah.
to justify everything that happens. He can't let anything happen and just the audience just to get that that's something that happens in that universe. No, he has to explain to make the audience understand that that might be normal or that might not be normal. It's so annoying. He doesn't trust the movie. He doesn't trust the audience.
Yeah, especially because he's not very he can decide like how fantastical the world of the movie is supposed to be, because okay, you got the Cyclops, you got like literal visions of Hades, you got like the whirlpool that I
Scylla
forgot
and
the name.
Charybdis.
Yes, Cersei, Charybdis, yeah. But at the same time, the gods in the movie seem to be almost metaphorical and not a literal thing. So he can't really decide if he wants to make the movie like everything has an explanation. It is just the characters imagining the gods, or no, this is a world where gods actually exist. It's a very confused movie.
Yeah. I kind of I haven't seen the film. I don't currently have plans to go watch it. And I think part of me resents the fact that I don't like have like a hate boner for the movie. I've complained about the costuming online, of course, but
Yeah,
I don't like have like a hate
who
boner
who
for it.
hasn't?
But I do have this kind of weird resentment to the fact that basically everyone I talked every time it comes up in conversation, people are like, "Oh, I bet you're gonna go see that one, Mythology Man." And I don't know, something about me is just like, no, I haven't seen it, and actually, I'm not even planning to. I don't even care, just purely out of some weird sense of spite.
Um,
Yeah,
but I do
You're
think
wiser
that's
than
the
me.
correct opinion. My only opinion on that movie is that it's boring.
Yeah.
It was fine. The more I think about it, the less I like it, but it was a fine experience. I only watched it because Vinny was coming to my city, so of course I would want to watch this movie with
Oh,
Vinny.
you saw it together?
Yeah, we saw it together,
Yeah,
me, Vinny, and Psantik,
another
and
friend of ours.
yeah, another artist friend, and it was so funny because we were laughing at the end because there were some very stupid lines in the movie. And if you have seen the memes, you probably know which
Yeah,
line I'm
doesn't he
talking
literally
about.
say, "Our age of bronze is coming to an end"?
Yeah, no, yeah, he literally does, and
That's
it's
fucking hilarious.
in what is otherwise my favorite scene in the movie, like the scene that was almost convincing me that I liked the movie. He drops the stupid line, and then the three of us couldn't stop laughing. And then at the very end, like people start clapping because of course they do.
Yeah.
It was just like the whole theater clapping. Me, Vinny, and Santic like losing our shit laughing at that stupid line. And then I started clapping as well just to piss off Santic and Vinny. Um,
I
it
had
was
to
an awesome
hold her
experience.
hand.
He literally held my hands to stop to make me stop clapping. I wanted to piss him off.
No,
Oh,
I was when that movie finished. I was in negation the whole time. I was just saying, no, I
in
didn't
denial,
watch
yeah.
that. I didn't. It really felt like I was coming out of a funeral.
Never let never let Christopher Nolan uh make a pseudo historical mythological movie ever again. Please do not let him. He's not the right guy for this.
Oh,
He's not the right guy for fantasy in general. Like he doesn't he's too literal. He doesn't allow like the movie have its magic, you know?
he's too technical with his stuff. He can only understand a world that is how can I put it? Metric, scientific, that has patterns.
I guess so, yeah. Yurik asked
Another.
how popular Greek mythology is in Brazil. So Percy Jackson is internationally famous, and thanks to Percy Jackson, it is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Also Hercules, I guess.
Oh yeah, well that's deserved.
Another random thing that I just want to say. Can I give a shout out to another friend of ours that is watching the stream?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, go for it.
I hate you, Jake. Why you always destroying my dreams?
No, go for it.
Our friend Gingive is watching it. Shout out to her.
Oh, is she? I didn't see her in chat. My noble moderator from my server. Hello from Gingive. You guys are great, beautiful work. Very nice and wonderful. Thank you. Hell yeah. In Canada or libraries, there's a book with the mythology I love so much. There's a few of those like mythology books in like Brazilian libraries as well. As a kid, I read a lot of them, but only the ones about Norse mythology and such. I don't know why I never got into Greek mythology. Like exactly in the age in which all my friends were getting into Percy Jackson, I was not. I was getting into like the Lord of the Rings that I wanted to know about Norse mythology. I was a weird kid.
What got you into like Beowulf and stuff? I'm talking to two Latinx Anglophiles. You're a fun genre.
I'm not
person.
Anglophile. Don't insult me. Don't insult me, Jake.
I mean, I think I don't know.
I used to be more Anglophile. I'm a Francophile now.
Okay,
I do
that is
anything
true.
for the
That is true.
emperor.
Your entire art style, yeah, I guess is aggressively French.
Yeah, he is Frenchifying me. He gave me a book while he was here about like medieval France. I think he's like trying to like France pill me or something. But The worst part is that I'm also kind of getting into learning French because of my Albigensian Crusade project, because medieval France. So I can't even LARP as a francophobe anymore. God damn it. What got me into Beowulf was honestly Tolkien.
Yeah.
I read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings as a 13, 14-year-old. And as a teenager, this is very embarrassing to admit, I was writing the Lord of the Rings fanfic.
Oh hell yeah,
and
dude.
and I was specifically obsessed with Rohan. And of course, you may know that Rohan, they speak Old English, like the language that Tolkien decided to represent, Rohirric, was Old English, or at least like the Mercian dialect of Anglo-Saxon. And I wanted to learn, the language of the Rohirrim. So I started learning Old English. Like, okay, I guess I'm gonna learn a little bit of Anglo-Saxon history as well, but I wanted to learn the language of the Rohirrim to write my fanfics. And from that, it was basically a pipeline. Like, I started learning Old English. I was also, because of Tolkien, interested in other adjacent British stuff, like King Arthur. And if you learn about King Arthur, you learn about he was fighting against, guess who? The Anglo-Saxons. And from that only, basically my life career was set.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, when I got into college, I wanted to study the Anglo-Saxons, but it's not that I couldn't, but there was no professor in my history department that studied medieval England. The only medievalists there study either the Iberian Peninsula or the Franks. So, and when I tried to talk to a professor about this, she was not very interested at all, and kind of not only dismissive about it, she had factually wrong information about English history that I knew she was wrong, and I felt embarrassed to correct her. So I kind of dropped this interest for a few years. I was so disillusioned. It was like, okay, I can never study Anglo-Saxon history in Brazil. Until in 2024, there was a new teacher in our history department who happens to be possibly the biggest authority in Anglo-Saxon history in Brazil, because Professor Elton is the guy who translated Beowulf to Portuguese in a recent translation. Yeah, so I just chatted with him. I was like, hey, I want to write a thesis about Beowulf. And it went pretty well. I got a pretty good grade. And honestly, the fact that his translation recently got published was really helped me, because it's a really good translation with a lot of footnotes and such. And it was basically that. It was an interest I had as a teenager and as a kid. I repressed it a little bit because I was kind of thinking I could not study that in Brazil. And then later on, as an adult, this got it revived in me. Something awoke in me that got me back into reading Beowulf.
That's awesome.
Just a moment. As a kid,
I saw it earlier in the comments. Let me find who was it. They were asking me if you ever do more of Mesopotamian folklore.
Oh yeah.
Short answer, yes. I'm gonna leave it there for now.
Mysterious.
Yes, that's a rarely definitive answer for me.
Guys, if we take a little too much to reply to some answer or comments, because I just don't want to cut the conversation, okay?
I don't want to monopolize, have the monopoly on the conversation as well, so please talk more too.
Oh yeah, but I'll try to talk more, but also you guys don't need to worry about being rude or anything.
Okay, Jake, you stink.
Fuck.
Hey, be nice to your husband.
Thank you.
We're going through a very rough time right now. He only recently let me get out of the cage.
You're pushing your the limits of your free hour. Okay. I might stop the clock early if you maintain that attitude.
Yeah, that. For context, the Jake treats Vinny like this not because Vinny's his husband, but because Vinny's a Brazilian. He hates Brazilians that much.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
It's my
He's actually
raging
Dutch.
xenophobia.
Yeah.
Jake's actually Dutch. He tried to steal the region where I live, and I had to kick him away, but he stole me. And now I'm forced to live in Texas, inside a cage in his basement.
Listen, we all have our Green Gax friends, okay? We open our exceptions.
It's the politically correct way of calling someone a gringo.
Sirsha said, Jake talks about how much he loves Argentina all the time.
I have not been following the World Cup.
Jake is evil.
Is it Spain and Argentina?
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah. It's Hitler versus Franco. Am I right? Like, who am I gonna root for?
Oh boy.
My historical enemy or my even older historical enemy?
At least Spain gave us Don Quixote and Velázquez.
Argentina gave us
Mafalda. That's hard.
Mafalda. Argentina gave us Che Guevara. Argentina gave
He's
us...
more Cuban than Argentinian, okay?
Yeah, he was born in Argentina.
I have no idea what I'm doing for like the colors of these things. I have not put any thought into. I'm probably gonna go back after this stream and just recolor everything because I don't really know what to do there. I wanted the two swords to line up in the center, but just compositionally that wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's better to keep them separate.
I like that the guy in front of the horse is just, oh no.
Yeah, because in the plate, I think he only clearly shows up in one of the plates, but yeah, it looks like he's like actually like fighting, but I don't know. I thought it would just be funny for him to just be kind of like, ugh! But he is kind of like, he's the only one who's kind of like at like a 3/4 angle. Like everyone else is kind of like in like a kind of weird, like unnatural perspective. So he kind of sticks out in a way that I don't like, but I needed to fill that space with.
In one of the plates that I'm looking here at on Google, it looks like he's holding the strings of the horse in front of the rider.
Yeah, it looks like he's in this one. It looks like he's like yanking the reins and like maybe trying to stab up at the horse. And then in the other one, he's kind of like holding up his shield at it, but we can't see what he's doing with his weapon.
Yeah.
Very important comment from Yurik. If Spain wins, Argentina reverts back to the viceroyalty of Rio de la Plata.
Sorry, what?
I kind of do support this type of Spanish imperialism.
Spain, I'm just asking you to do imperialism one more time, please.
One more time. I don't care if Spain wins. I don't want Argentina to lose. Oh god, my Argentinians would be so angry. I try not to talk about this, but I kind of want Argentina to lose.
Well, to my Argentinian friends, we'll patch stuff up after Messi is dead, so don't worry.
Yeah. That's the worst part, is that like, as much as we hate Argentina, their team do play like amazingly well. Someone asked, what's going on? We're chatting about our xenophobias while Jake draws Vikings.
Well, I draw a migration era
I guess
Viking plate.
I guess it's
Pre-Viking. It's not
Vandal.
Viking age. They're not. They're Scandinavians.
Vendel period, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Another comment, very important.
Hmm.
Someone, let me find it again. I am cognizant. Asked, what are my pronouns? That's very important, and the answer is yes.
Yeah, Vinny, I had to like we were like acquainted for a while before I had to be like, what are you? By the way. because
Me too.
because all of your pictures of yourself online are either you as like looking like a cute like a pretty damsel, or the guy who just tied the pretty damsel to the train tracks. Those are your two genders.
Yeah.
Well, I can do anything.
Yeah, and I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah. It's Vinny
Short
gender.
answer. He, him. I'm just a guy.
Just a fella.
Just a feller. And Teresa wants to change that, but so far
You're trying to
it's
crack
not
the egg,
working.
Sophia?
Unsuccessfully, yes. I'm trying to make some omelets.
Honestly, I feel like it shouldn't be that hard.
I mean, I kind of convinced him to, like, because while he was here, he was dressed like a gentleman.
Yes, indeed.
I kind of convinced him to come with a dress next time. So I don't know. We're getting there.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I just need the cash because the dress I got is very fancy.
Of course, of course.
Like, I literally went to a bar dressed as Napoleon III.
Oh, that was so fun. We got a German bar here in my city because there's a lot of German immigrants here. It's called the Schwarzwald Bar. And there's a painting of Otto von Bismarck at the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to Vinny, you gotta go dressed as Napoleon III. And so he did, and we took a photo and all. I don't know if he's gonna post it or not.
I'll post it eventually.
He went like with...
I went out so many times just wearing a French cockade on my chest, like I was part of the revolution.
It was so... you were a little sad that day because we couldn't like stick the beard and the mustache.
Oh, they wouldn't stick.
We looked like for tapes, like yeah, because he brought like some glue to glue on his face, but they don't stick for too long. So we were looking at like all day while we were like museum hopping, looking for some tapes for him to put on the side. We didn't find it, so he had to go with the glue, and he only stuck long enough for him to take the picture. Immediately as he got inside, he had to take it off.
I really didn't know that you guys like hung out in person a lot. I know Brazil is a large country, but I guess I don't actually know like how close like the like actual like major population centers are. Don't dox yourselves. But
no, we both.
Vinny made a good analogy of the distance. Yeah, we're both living like capital cities, but in completely different opposite ends.
Okay, wow.
It's basically the distance. I live in Lisbon, Portugal, and she lives in Moscow, Russia.
Oh my
That's basically it. Yeah,
Wow.
it was a long distance.
Holy shit. My only knowledge of Brazil is from the Smiling Friends episode, so it's a little bit limited.
Is it positive, the depiction of Brazil? And
Oh
no,
it left me a good impression. Oh, you haven't seen the Brazil
No.
special of Smiling Friends? Have you watched Smiling Friends?
I haven't seen
And
Smiling Friends at all.
I feel very represented by the guy asking the gringos for cash.
Yeah.
I have
very
never seen
very
Smiling Friends.
threateningly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did your country justice, I assume.
Oh, so they had Miku here.
Oh yeah, you have Miku now. You won the
Yeah.
custody battle.
You say that, and Vinny did buy me a Miku though. He was here.
And she
Very
trapped
happy.
me in the worst place I could imagine.
He's describing like that. What was essentially me and our friends bringing him to an anime store. We stayed there for
the
like
bane
half
of
an
your
hour.
existence, Vinny.
Yeah, and he basically
Just
said,
because it's torture.
I'll buy you something just so we can leave." And then he bought me a Miku doll, and it's the greatest gift ever. I'm so happy. Saoirse says she
And I
will
bought
show me
for,
smiling friends, by the way.
Good.
and I bought for myself an action figure of Count Von Count from Sesame Street.
Oh yeah, he bought a count will count.
You got to really hype up the Brazil episode for Sofia. Like it's worth the wait. Trust me.
Is it that good?
Oh,
Yeah.
I would call it their magnum opus.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like the Citadel episode for Rick and Morty.
Yeah, the show was downhill after that one, to be honest.
Damn. Okay, so we'll watch only up until that episode.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, honestly,
else
saving
matters.
it for last would probably be the ideal Smiling Friends experience.
Okay,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, that's right. Shout out to the beautiful nation of Curitiba.
I guess that doesn't count as doxing because I have spoken before on Twitter where I live, but yeah.
I mean, a very big state.
The big state of Curitiba. Ah, yes, our beautiful
I mean,
nation.
I mean,
It's a
it's
city,
bigger
for
than
those who don't know.
Portugal.
Is it?
Oh no, I'm talking about the state of Paraná. Sorry, I mixed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, my state is bigger than Portugal. That's true.
I mean, most Brazilian states are bigger than Portugal.
Most places are bigger than Portugal, even.
Yeah.
It is funny how like states in the U.S. are almost like treated like countries in their own right, whereas with other countries, I pay no attention to how they're divided up.
But to be fair, there is in the US they do have more autonomy, I guess.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so it is a little bit different. Not so much over here. Though there is still a lot of regional difference, of course.
Do you have regional laws?
No, for the most part, no.
Mostly no, but we do have, for example, regional holidays. We have I guess no, I guess not, now that I think about it. You can, for example, let me think of an example, like, I don't know, gay marriage. Oh, the X state legalized gay marriage, but not the other. That doesn't happen over here. Like, the law is mostly like on a federal level. Though there are stuff, for example, school curriculums are mostly decided like on a state level. So you will see, for example, conservatives like trying to change the school curriculum on more conservative states compared to others. There will be some differences like that, but they're not like as big as the US.
Yeah, but like me and Teresa were from very different regions. Like she's from the south, I'm from the northeast, and those are two regions that have a lot of animosity between them.
Yeah.
Really? Not really. It's more like most of Brazil hates the Northeast because they're racist and xenophobic. But...
In resume, in short, the region where I live is considered to be the poor part of the country.
Yeah.
And the region where Teresa lives is the white portion of the country.
I guess. It's not so much as like the deep south. It's funny to call it that because we're not in the US. But yeah, the Brazilian deep south is way wider. But I guess Curitiba does have this fame. Because it's mostly because people from over here, they try to say, oh, Curitiba is basically a European city in the Americas, which is like, no, it isn't. It's a very Brazilian city, in fact.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
people lump. I think people lump Teresa state into this sort of the stereotypical racist South just because the other two states of the South want to pull Paraná alongside them because
there is a
Paraná is
secessionist movement. Yeah,
I
there is a
appreciate
sub.
I appreciate that my country doesn't have a monopoly on secessionist Souths.
Yeah, no, it's Sec- secessionist and racist Southerners. Am I right?
Hell
Quite
yeah,
yeah,
crazy.
brother.
and just to brag about
Yeah.
Brazil again, the secessionist southern state lasted longer than the Confederacy. Okay,
Ah, damn, we can't have anything.
Oh, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Sergio pointed out like in the I don't know if is it Santa Catarina or Rio Grande do Sul that there is
I
the
think it's
like the
Santa
Armed
Catarina. Let me
Confederates.
look up.
So the state immediately to the south of my state, there is like a colony that was founded by American immigrants, and they claim descendancy from the Confederacy. The city is called Americana. I'm not
Oh my
joking.
god.
And every year they make the Confederacy like they dress as Confederate soldiers. They pull the Confederate flag. It's the most cursed thing you would ever
Oh,
see
Teresa,
in Brazilian
Teresa,
landscape.
we were
Yeah,
both
yeah.
wrong. We were both wrong. It's in São Paulo.
Oh, it's São Paulo. Okay, so it's not the racist the south. It's only the racist southeast. When are the Brazilians gonna return the American Confederates that set up a colony? Um, if it was up to me, I would return them right now. I'm gonna be honest.
So my country doesn't even have a monopoly on fucking Confederate LARPers.
No,
No.
That sucks.
To be fair, it's more like the Brazilians like to copy foreigners a lot, I guess.
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah,
there's
this, especially
there's
descendants of
the states. Sorry.
there's the what?
Jesus.
Sorry.
You don't
No,
need
I was
to
just
repeat
going to
that.
say like in the regions of the states of Goiás, Mato Grosso and Mato Grosso do Sul, it used to have a different culture, like their own version of cowboys. They had vaqueros,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
and now those people just copy American cowboys. They just
Ah.
pretend to be cowboys.
Well, that's
Mhm.
what I mean, like the South here has been very like Texasified, like basically like Texas culture has like infected the rest of the South of the United States. So like the specific brand of like cowboy, southerner, like it used to be like a more distinctly Texan thing, but yeah, it's just now everyone's just like a Texas LARPer. Um
Yeah, yeah.
and okay, the thing that bugs me the most as a Texan for well over a decade now is a lot of like you go to like a gift shop in Texas and you'll find lots of like keychains or shirts or whatever that have like the shape of Texas on it. And the reason for that is because Texas is objectively the best shaped state. It is the most like distinct, like cool looking state. But then you go to like any other state now and they have like little knickknacks shaped like their state, but it's like like Colorado, it's like a rectangle. Like most states are just rectangles, or like half a rectangle, and then there's like a jagged end. But no, like we did that because our state just has like a nice, distinct design language to it. And everyone else like wants a piece of that, but it's just it doesn't have the same pizzazz to it.
It doesn't
But
have
be
the
completely honest, I would love to have a keychain of American's dick, i.e., Florida.
Oh yeah, yeah.
what now?
Okay, Florida, they can
Oh.
they get to be proud of their state shape. I'm trying to think like what
True.
other Alaska is a pretty rad shape.
Hawaii, just because it's a bunch of islands.
Yeah, they're an outlier in that regard, but Yeah, I guess a lot of East Coast states, they have their like nice jaggedy coastlines, but I don't know, there's just something about Texas. Like no other place in the world is shaped like Texas, and that's something to be proud of.
Vinny,
I
why do you have
mean,
a
most
Texas-shaped
countries.
belly?
I ate it.
Wow. Oh, yeah, someone said California. California is one of those that I can recognize the shape at the very least.
But it still is a very simple shape. It's just a
Yeah,
bending
it's the
rectangle.
it's the American Chile.
Yeah, I guess the most identifiable states would probably be Texas, California, Florida, and then from there, I don't think many non-Americans would be able to identify many states by sight,
Um,
or many Americans for that matter.
Let's try another time just show a map of Brazil to Jake and let him try to identify the states.
we could do that at some point. Yeah.
This is shameful, but I genuinely don't think I could name a single Brazilian state.
Well, there's two of them that are very obvious because they are named after their capital. Think of two Brazilian cities.
There's the one with the Jesus.
Come on, really? You don't know the name of that one? Are you joking? Really?
I told you. I warned you.
There's a Blue Sky movie named after that.
Oh, Rio. That was the other one. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if those were one and the same.
The one with the Jesus. Yeah, it's
Jake,
Rio.
you're better than that. I was expecting more.
I'm sorry.
From you.
Rio de Janeiro. There is Rio de Janeiro, the state, and Rio de Janeiro, the capital. Okay, never mind. I guess you do know nothing about
There's also the state of Pamonha Frita.
That's not
Peruas Gordas.
You're not.
Shh,
Stop spreading
let me
misinformation.
Let me gaslight Jake.
Are you an agent of the Workers' Party? You're spreading misinformation.
Yes, I'm a PT mouse. I spread lies.
So Uppsala said, Jake, holy shit, you can't be that American.
I'm pretty American. I'm more American than I let on.
He's a green Gex through and through.
Who
the
up
American
in the
states
chat
are
jaking their doubles?
What was that?
Jaking their W's. I was gonna say the American states they're a little funny shaped to me because they're so like such straight lines, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Texas is the most iconic one, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, but even Texas has like I'm gonna have to pull it up here. Yeah.
Like I don't think almost any Brazilian state has so long of a straight line.
It's like someone had like a square shaped eraser and he put like in a very big size and erased like only the corner of what otherwise would be like a pretty normal shaped state. Like that's what looks like it happened with Texas. I don't know, this is a little bit mean to say.
It's okay.
Like I was checking up the state map of Brazil, and only 5 states have completely straight lines.
Someone asked, what temperature does water boil at in Celsius?
100 Celsius. 100 Celsius.
Okay, Jake, you get a little star on your fridge
am
for
I not
that.
going to the incinerator?
No.
Not today.
You get the honorary Brazilian badge.
I'm honored, thank you.
You can now use the word gringo.
You gave me the pass, thank you.
The gringo pass.
You aight, white boy.
Yeah, I'm officially aight.
You eyed, gringo boy, you eyed. weren't the original Brazilian states all straight lines? I guess they weren't called states. They
Technically,
were called
no.
the
Technically, no. They weren't
the
straight lines.
capital.
Just it's just a simplification map because only the coastline was known. So you had a demarcation
Oh, okay, yeah,
from
I
a
guess.
point to another, and when people depict the separation, they just keep cutting into straight lines inside Brazil, even though it was just control over the coast.
Yeah, like yeah.
Whenever I have to like draw a map for like a video, um I'm always like very conscious of the fact like if I'm like tracing along like a coastline, uh I always feel bad if I like if I'm trying to like simplify it. I feel bad if I kind of like smooth over like a really small like feature because I feel like I'm just like steamrolling over someone's someone's home.
All exist.
Yeah, like a British colonizer dividing Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cause so many ethnic conflicts doing this. It draws a lot.
What if I give this little town here in the Pyrenees to Spain just for fun?
This is what I think like whenever people like who do like alt history maps sometimes like just lazily draw their borders. Like zero consideration for the implications of that.
Like the way J.K. Rowling divides up like the wizard the wizard
Yeah,
academies.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of stuff that people do give J.K. Rowling vibes.
Just gonna put all of Europe in
All
in
of
one school.
Asia, like
All of Asia in one school. Oh, but
it's
Japan gets
I,
their
insane.
own school, don't?
Oh, of
I
course,
didn't
yeah,
know J.K. Rowling. I didn't know J.K. Rowling to recognize the control the Great Khan has throughout Asia.
yeah.
I need to pull up those maps because it's very funny.
I'm looking at it right now. Um, Imagine a Sicilian and a Finnish person going to the same school. How
Yeah,
does that work?
yeah. We got like just all the like different like Balkan kids at Durmstrang.
Yeah, or Durmstrang, I guess.
Yeah, and then yeah,
I like that the I like that the entirety of South America goes to Castelo Bruxo, which implies that it's a Brazilian school because that's a Portuguese name. However, most of the countries there speak Spanish, so
Thank you, J.K. Rowling, for acknowledging Brazilian monopoly in South America. It's very
oh,
touching.
yes.
oh yeah, Mexico
Very
is
woke
included
of
in
you.
the South American school. Um,
No, Mexico is included in the American one,
really?
as
Oh,
according to
okay.
this map at
Okay.
least.
Different maps are showing up differently. So,
Okay, it may be up to interpretation then.
yeah, I think we were
I
just like
should.
told. I think we were just like given a list of schools and where they're located throughout the books, but not like it's not said exactly. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not said exactly like where all of their students come from.
I find the implication of a single school for the entirety of the Middle East and North Africa so funny.
Yeah.
Yes, an Iranian and an Amazigh person, Amazigh wizard going to the same school. They're gonna understand each other so well. Oh yeah, a Palestinian and an Israeli wizard. That's gonna go so nice.
Yeah, yeah. All
Yeah,
of I guess she never defined. I guess she gave Japan their own school, but never defined where
the rest of
the
Asia.
yeah the rest of Asia goes. And obviously, I just love the fact that the British Isles get their own school. Like clearly, the only way to interpret this map is that J.K. Rowling just like naturally has this notion that Anglicans are more magical than everyone else.
The Brits are inherently more magical.
That they just
Another
the less Anglican you are, the less magical you become, and the less need for more schools.
I think another implication that I can read through this map is that maybe there was like a world-spanning wizard empire that the metropolis was located in Great Britain, but everything else was just a colony, so they didn't think through about like making wizard schools appropriate for their own frontiers and borders. It does give this implication, right? Like, oh yeah, the entirety of Africa, aside from North Africa, yeah, just give them a single school. Wagadu, why not?
I love the implication that J.K. Rowling is just Ignatius Donnelly then.
Just what?
Yeah.
Ignatius Donnelly, the guy who created the myth of Atlantis, that it was a globe-spanning empire.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. No, I like the kind of like post-colonial like reevaluation. That's probably what they'll do with the oh god, I wonder if the upcoming like Harry Potter show will like do like hand wavy like explanations for problematic elements in in the Harry Potter universe.
Like the elves, for example.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to address the slavery in the room.
The slavery in the room, yeah. Oh god.
The chattel
like
slavery in the room.
Will the elves have their own John Brown?
No, especially because
Hermione will be the house elf John Brown.
The House of John Brown. No, and Hermione in the books, I believe she like tries to free the elves, and the moral of the story is that the elves like being slaves.
Yeah. The moral of the story is that Hermione is just a bleeding heart liberal who needed to calm down, and the elves were actually perfectly fine. They wouldn't know what to do, you know.
Yeah, they need that to live, I guess. It's spiritually enlightening for them, I guess.
It's the wizard's burden.
It's the wizard's burden.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And now imagine bear in mind that in the new TV show, Hermione is played, I believe, by like a brown actress.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna adapt that, and they're gonna have the non-white kid trying to free the slaves and go, oh, this silly liberal who believes that freedom is a right. How are they gonna do that?
Yeah. There's the most fascinating thing about Harry Potter is just how poorly thought out the entire world is, and that's why I love Witch Hat Atelier. I've read the manga. Yeah. I haven't watched the show yet. But what's so cool about Witch Hat Atelier, it's like the anti-Harry Potter in the sense that like the like what's so compelling about it is how well thought out the world building and all of its implications are. Like it's basically about the thing that Harry Potter deliberately kind of brushes aside, which is like the ethical implications of like how the world functions. Witch Hat Atelier is fucking. It's also like one of the most beautiful manga series I have, or graphic novel series I've ever read. Like some of the most beautiful art. So I really hope that Witch Hat Atelier just continues to mog on Harry Potter.
It really is Harry Potter if the author wasn't evil and was a good author.
Yeah. And actually like thought out what the world she was creating.
I've only read the first volume and I really liked it. The art's really pretty and it's such a cute story.
It's awesome, and it's just crazy because I read, this was like a couple years ago now, but I read all of the volumes that had been published in English up to that point. But there's a character, basically the series like continually is like heavily focused on like the fact that you know, like magic is hidden from most
Yeah.
people in this world, and they like the fact that they kind of gatekeep magic from normal people, and like whether or not, you know, that's okay. And basically, I don't want to get spoilery about it, but basically, like the main characters, they kind of bend the rules in order to help someone that they feel like is kind of help someone without like kind of uh how do I explain this? I'm trying not to be spoiler. They try to help someone with magic, but without like revealing how the magic works. And and they kind of go out on a limb in a way that like most magicians wouldn't have expected them to. And then there's like negative consequences to that, but in a way that it's like, it's not that they did the wrong thing. I'm not explaining it well, but basically, like, there's like layers to I'm not selling the show well, but basically, like, it grapples with like the morality of kind of gatekeeping
Yeah.
magic, and like what that would mean, and whether or not that would be right to do, and not really shying away from like the realistic consequences of like the characters, like they break the rules with good intentions and it causes problems, but like yeah. But
No, I understand where you're
yeah,
going for. Yeah.
it's hard to explain, but it's so good. I'd recommend Witch Hat Atelier to any. I hope kids. I hope it becomes popular with kids, especially now that the show is out, because
Yeah.
it just handles everything so much better than Harry Potter.
Yeah, no, it really does. Like the first chapter like hooked me so much with the twist that like magic is not something inherent to
Yeah.
wizards. Like they just keep it secret. That is such an interesting tweet because it is an interesting idea to the whole trope about you are a wizard, you know.
Yeah, you're a wizard, Harry.
So I'm very curious to see like how do they develop those implications, you know. And the little wizard kids are so cute.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah,
adorable.
and the artwork is so cute, and they've got sexy twink man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course, Jake,
Jeffrey.
you'd point that out.
He's he's a handsome man. I don't know. You can't deny it. She knew what she was doing when she created that character.
You mean the main one with the white hair?
Yeah. It's like
Who wears like a black turtleneck? Like...
Yeah. His like the sluttiest turtleneck in ever conceived.
I refuse to believe this that she didn't know what she was doing.
No.
There's also the one with the black beard that I also find pretty attractive.
Yeah, his definitely not boyfriend.
No, yeah, the not boyfriend, yes.
Yeah, there are actually like canonically queer characters in the series.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the author is like pretty progressive and like pretty active on Twitter, supporting like gay rights in Japan and such. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, she is based.
I'm drawing the Valkyrie now, and I mean, again, it's like it's not clear what exactly is going on in the original plate, but I don't know what she's like supposed to be doing. Like, it seems like the guy is like thrusting his spear at her.
Oh yeah.
But I just don't know. Again, like, it's clearly depicting some kind of narrative that we just don't have access to.
It could be that. It could maybe be a person like stabbed by the spear, but not necessarily flying.
Because it is like that. It is like a common artistic convention for like if you're depicting like a conqueror or like a military victory, to have the losers be like tiny, so then your king figure can be like trampling them. But like
Yeah.
there's the guys like below the horse, they're the same size as the rider. So the sense I get is that the flying lady, or whoever she is also like some kind of divine being like Odin on the other side, because Odin is this little imp creature.
I
Yeah,
guess
makes
no.
sense.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think it's a nice reinterpretation of it. I also really like the boar helmets you did.
Yeah, I was wondering if I thought it would look kind of cool if the boar had like a horsehair crest, but I don't think there's any evidence that Vikings or the pre-Vikings had those like big crests like that.
I've
Um,
seen reconstructions that do have
Oh, really?
hair filaments as the crest. I've seen. I don't know how accurate it is. I've seen. I remember Gaelic one, but it was way later. I also remember seeing a Celtic one, but I don't know about any Germanic reconstruction that had horsehair. I just know about the Celtic ones. I believe one was from Ireland, so Gaelic, and the other was a reconstruction of
um,
Gaulish.
I
there
think
is
I've
a
seen.
reconstruction of the Benty Grange helmet, which is an Anglo-Saxon, a migration period Anglo-Saxon helmet. That the way that the reconstruction is displayed in the museum currently is like like a copper bar with horsehair on top of it. But I
Okay, in
don't
like a
know
crest
how.
or like a tail.
It's only like a crest.
Okay.
Yeah, the other ones I've seen were also crests.
Yeah, I'll send the link in on the chat if you wanna have a look.
Please do. Thank you.
Actually, wait. Copy the image link. There you go. Oh, there's a timer. There you go.
Thank you.
I like how in the comments Blockhash still is having an argument about
Oh, I haven't looked at
spelling and
chat.
pronunciation.
Yeah. I think you should pronounce it in the most American way possible.
What should I pronounce?
Like every Scandinavian name you come across, like do not attempt to make it correct. Just pronounce it the most Texan way possible.
Yeah, my philosophy with pronunciation is like I want to have some sense of like the common pronunciation of something, but ultimately like I'm just gonna go with a version that rolls off the tongue for me
Yeah.
easily, because I'm just gonna sound like if I go for perfect pronunciation on everything, I will inevitably fuck a lot of things up and look both pretentious and dumb.
So I don't think you ever, at least in the videos that I have seen, you ever sound pretentious. However, am I allowed to find it funny the way you pronounce the Geats from Beowulf?
Yeah, the Gayats.
The Gayats? Yeah.
Yeah. You're allowed.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, okay. I did find that pretty funny. Otherwise the video is pretty good, but the pronunciation was really funny.
That was how Julian Glover pronounced it, and his is like objectively the coolest Beowulf performance that I've seen.
Oh, it is a pretty cool performance. I will agree with that.
he does speak some lines in Old English, but I don't know if I don't know how accurately. Uh,
Uh,
Jake, why don't you ask Teresa about her favorite movie ever?
oh, do you like
The
the
CGI Beowulf.
I
you hate
don't
me.
I don't hate that movie. It's not great, but but I'd love to hear Teresa, if you have a rant in you, I'd love to hear it.
No, I have never. Okay, I have never seen
Oh, okay.
the movie because I knew it would piss me off so much. I do know about some of the changes that they make, and I do find them pretty annoying.
Yes. So for what it's worth, it's kind of supposed to be a like this is what really happened. Like there is a kind of sense that like these are the events that would get like remixed into the conventional
Yeah,
Beowulf legend.
yeah.
But even then there are certain details that are like uh that divert from it in a way that doesn't kind of serve that idea. But yeah. Um I don't hate it. There are some moments like it is I do find like it is an interesting uh um little time capsule of like that era of CG, like where because like basically like Robert Zemeckis was just having a lot of fun doing things in CG that you like can't realistically pull off in live action, but it still has this like weird rubbery feel to it because it's just like
Yeah.
the medium hadn't progressed that much enough to like properly like realize his vision. But yeah, it was written by Neil Gaiman, which is interesting.
It was
Uh,
written by Neil Gaiman. What?
yeah.
Oh,
He did it.
Teresa, Teresa, I think we have to show eventually
I
to Jake the
guess.
book we found.
Oh
What'd you
my
find?
god! Yes, yes,
What'd
yes,
you
yes.
find?
We found it on a bookstore, an AI Norse mythology book.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Yellow cover, you know, with a yellow Odin on a cover.
Mm-hmm.
I open it. All
Wait,
the images.
I think I can send the picture to Jake on Discord if he wants to
Yeah,
show
Sure,
the
sure.
audience. Let me
Oh,
find
sure.
it.
uh, all of the images on the inside they are public domain, but they don't have any sources, which is also not a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
The text was written by AI, probably.
Sure.
The author is a Scandinavian name, Jan Erik Madsen. However, if you Google that, you will not find a Norse mythology book. The ones that you will find are Brazilian books.
Uh-huh.
So it's very likely a pseudonym because the
Mhm.
book is very clearly Brazilian. It's not translated from
Not
English
even
or
Brazilian
Swedish.
books. Not even
Yeah,
Brazilian books from Brazilian websites,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
common
No, no,
search
no.
websites.
I haven't. I know. Wait, Vinny, I haven't gone into that yet. That is the best part. We open to the
Okay.
very end of the book to see the sources. So you would think that a book about Norse mythology, like a kid's book introducing kids to the Norse mythology, would cite, you know, the Eddas,
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
Icelandic poems, any of that. No, 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 no. The sources were a New Gaiman book about Norse mythology,
Oh, yeah.
Brazilian school websites, like actual like homework stuff, and a historian that I can't cite the name because you know related to stuff that I work with, but he's not very liked in academia. You know, there was
Oh,
not a single primary source on the source list. It was only Brazilian websites, New Gaiman, and a historian that is a little bit iffy. You know,
is it the Norse mythology for smart people guy?
uh,
I
is that
read his
Brazilian?
book.
No, I'm talking about the Brazilian historian.
Oh, Brazilian. Okay, okay.
Oh, that's why I can't cite the name because you know it's a technically a colleague. but
Okay.
I have heard like from other, especially from my professors, they don't really like him because he's very like He's technically historian, but he writes like pop history books, and it's a very, how do I say, he caters a lot to like neo-pagans.
Mm-hmm.
So he has very weird interpretations about Norse paganism, which, as we were talking at the beginning of the stream, like we don't know much about. So every claim you make about it, you need to be very careful as a historian.
Yeah.
He clearly isn't. So it's that kind of person,
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy who he's not even, I think, like uh I guess you could call him an independent scholar, but he wrote a book called The Viking Spirit, and he runs a website called Norse Mythology for Smart People, which is like what like one of the first thing that comes up if you just like Google Norse mythology, and he is a very like iffy. His scholarship is very iffy, and he like outright rejects a lot of um, uh, he like rejects a lot of extant Norse mythology as Christian influence. Like he does, like he'll just outright say that like, oh, there's no way the like post Ragnarok revival is part of like pagan tradition. That's just purely Christian. Also, this is for the audience. This is the book cover. Oh my god, I like die inside every time I go to like Barnes and Noble and find like book covers that look exactly like this.
And this asshole called Duke de Vinny decided to buy me this book as a gift when we found it. Not only that, he wrapped in gift wrapping to give me when we got home. Here, Teresa, my friend.
Teresa, why do you say that as if I hate you?
Because how else am I going to interpret this hate crime that you just sent me?
Oh god!
It's right next to me, by the way. Like it's alongside the zines that I bought from my friend.
And just a comparison, I think the day before we went to the Jewish Museum and we saw a bunch of beautiful historical artifacts. And so we went to this place that a bunch of real historical stuff. Then we went to a library and we just see sadness.
Yeah, it was the whiplash, Someone asking chat, and I agree with this question. I want to know the answer. Next Norse mythology video when?
I could see it happening soon. I think I want to do like a proper continuing with my trend of like revisiting subjects I've already done. I think I want to do like a proper video on the like creation myth.
Oh yeah.
I guess like based on Gylfaginning and Voluspa.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it'll probably happen hopefully within the year.
And a personal question for you, Jake.
Sure.
I probably have asked it previously, many times before even, but is there a possibility that one day you will tackle the story of Yaqub?
Of the Nation of Islam?
Yes, of course. Is there any other?
Oh lord. So like I definitely like when it comes to can you call Nation of Islam Judeo-Christian or Abrahamic rather? Abrahamic
the same way Mormonism
because it's not
is.
really Islam.
I guess
I feel like that's fair to say. It's a stretch to even call it Islam. But I do like I think about like when I think about like Abrahamic kind of more recent Abrahamic offshoots, like I would love to do Mormonism, right? Like I've been itching to do like a deep dive into Mormonism, but I gotta go through like the Old and New Testaments first, right? Like that's the necessary groundwork. Um, so
Repeating the question someone made in the comments, have you ever done the Volsungs cycle?
the Volsunga Saga, I
Yeah.
would love to, because it's pretty awesome, and I have like ideas for one of the things I find most interesting, just in terms of like figuring out how to like visually represent those stories, is like most of the characters are descended from the Huns, and it's
Oh
clear
yeah.
that the author of Volsunga Saga just thought that the Huns were another Germanic tribe. Like they didn't know that how far east they came from.
Yeah.
But it makes me think like it would be interesting to kind of figure out how to depict like a Germanic Hunnic like fusion culture. And like Brynhild, who is like, you know, usually considered like the iconic like Valkyrie character. Her brother is fucking Attila.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, so I
Well,
think it would be
Jake,
interesting to have what was that? What's that, Vinny?
Jake, at least you have a good pointer because there are a physical description of Attila the Hun, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he does have like a pretty distinct. So I would have to think like how to make so yeah, I would want Brynhild to look like distinctly Hunnish, but also like a Valkyrie. So she'd have her like swan cloak, and I also think it says specifically in the saga that she bleaches her hair, so she'd be like platinum. She'd be like a platinum blonde, like Hun Valkyrie, and I don't know. That just sounds really cool.
I'm imagining a little bit like the Valkyrie in the Northman.
Yeah. So the Northmen, they interpreted the Valkyrie interestingly, because Valkyries, I think it just says there's some indication that they wear cloaks that are like they wear like swan skins or like swan feather cloaks. So in the Northmen, they just had it be like a red cloak with like an inner, the inside is lined with swan feathers. I think the one time I depicted a Valkyrie, I think this ended up in a video. I don't remember. I just had her just have like a dead swan wrapped around her neck. But yeah, I'd figure out something to do with that. I think that's the only like visually distinct thing about Valkyries in Norse mythology. But yeah, that would be fun. But yeah, so yeah, it would be a lot of fun to do Volsunga Saga. I even think in Volsunga Saga there's a pretty like detailed description of Sigurd, so I would have something to work with there. I always like when I have something to work with when it comes to character designs, when I don't have to just make something up whole cloth.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Do you plan on doing something adjacent to the Volsunga Saga that I think I like a little bit more than the saga, which is the Song of the Nibelungs, the High German one?
Yeah, well, yeah. So I guess that's something I'll have to consider. Is there are multiple variations of like the story of the Volsungs, which is and so yeah, there's the how do you pronounce it? The Nibelungenlied. It's what we've been listening to this entire time.
I
the
think
background music is from Wagner. Yeah, I haven't read. I've only read the Volsung, the Volsunga Saga. I haven't read any other variations on the story, so I would have to. I'm probably gonna just like read every version. I think, is it just those two? I think it's just those two, and then Wagner kind of combined them.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
sure it's only those. Funnily enough, they are mentioned in Beowulf,
yeah, that's right. That's
but
right. But there's like a it's like a little different. Like I think Sigmund
yeah,
is
yeah, they
the yeah.
Sigmund is a dragon slayer, which is does raise the question: was it a different version of the story, or did the poet just mix them up? Like we don't know for sure
Yeah, if it
because
was just a
Beowulf is
fuck up.
older.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be just a fuck up, but Beowulf is older than the saga and the Nibelungen lead, so it is a little bit funny.
Yeah, so yeah, it will be. Yeah, I'll definitely like come to that decision of like what version I want to do.
Yeah, maybe go for the saga, but address the others in the video.
Yeah, yeah, I could always just do like bonus content based on
Yeah,
whatever like the other version it is.
oh, he looks scared. Looks scared.
What's up?
Look at the dude's gonna get hit by the horse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's so scared. Could be at home drinking my meat.
Yeah, I wish this pose was a little more dynamic because this pose is more. There's more of a dynamic pose going on here, but I just didn't have enough like room uh
Yeah,
to work with because I'm trying to fit it into this
I
four
th-
by three
you
composition.
already worked it, but I was just going to suggest like doing him in his on his knees, like in the original, or
Yeah,
falling down.
yeah, I probably should have done something like that because this pose does have like this kind of like he's the only one like standing at this like three-fourth angle. Everyone else is kind of more in this like kind of more stylized
yeah,
perspective, but yeah, so I don't like the way he kind of stands out that way, but hey,
yeah.
what are you gonna do?
C'est la vie.
I can see that.
What?
What?
Huh?
What?
What?
Huh?
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 Oh,
Huh?
What the dog
oh,
doing?
oh.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for someone to use that word.
I only myself not to use those sound effects.
I
I also
sorry, what was that?
I was gonna say I think the wouldn't the boar make more sense if the boar was golden as well, like if it was made of gold or
If the entire
bronze.
the boar crest, if it was all made of gold.
Yeah, because at least the ones that I am familiar with, they're usually made of a golden material at least.
Let me look up. Yeah.
Vandal era helmets. They usually have this golden decoration, and the crest is usually golden as well.
Yeah. I'm looking at the. Okay. I'm looking at the Sun Hu helmet, and its crest. It looks like the boar's head is. It's a different style, but it looks like the boar's head is gold, and then the crest that goes along, the helmet is silver. Hmm.
Hmm. The, hmm.
Just,
Which
just going
reconstruction are
by
you?
the.
Are
I just look up like generally like Vendel helmets. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking
it's
of
the
this one here.
Porcelunda helmet.
Yes, I was thinking of that one. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
so this one, um, I guess I should find a reconstruction because it's not really clear what the materials are.
Yeah, that one I was thinking of.
Yeah. See, okay, yeah, this one like the crest is that a boar? I guess that's more like a dragon. Is there because there
I think it's
in one of
correct.
my references in one of the plates there's one where there's like a more detailed there's like two. Yeah, oh, yeah. There's two guys, and they've got like a more like detailed like some kind of creature as like the crest of their helmet. But hmm, trying to find if there's a specific one. I feel like there's something more similar to what I drew that I was looking at, but I can't find it among my references. Hmm.
Hmm. I saw.
Yeah. The on the on the Valsgärde plates, there's the guy with like a distinct like kind of boar figure
Oh yeah.
just kind of sitting on top of his head. Okay, yeah, that's what I was referencing, and there's it looks like there's a little indication of like it looks like there's like a tuft on top of it, but I
Mm.
and maybe that's like a degraded kind of I don't know if it maybe like the plate was damaged and it's supposed to be like a longer kind of like uh hair crest. I don't know.
I If you look on Discord, I sent an Anglo-Saxon boar helmet
Oh,
that
thank you so. Oh, that's perfect. Oh my god. Oh, this
yeah.
I wish I saw this beforehand.
Ye I sent it just I had mentioned it before, but I sent just now on
Yeah,
Discord.
no, thank you so much. Okay, that's cool. So it is. So they do, in fact, have. Yeah, you said there was one with like a horsehair crest.
Yeah, it does seem to be. Yeah, of course, like the hair hasn't survived, but
Yeah.
the archaeological remains does indicate that there were like strands of hair or
Okay,
fur.
that's cool because it like I feel like I came up with the idea to have it be like a hair crest on the boar. I think I independently came up with that idea, so it's cool that so yeah, I'm definitely gonna work on this some more. I'm gonna stay on stream for like another half hour or so, but I'm definitely gonna however much I finish today, I'm definitely gonna revisit this and like tweak details and stuff. I'm definitely gonna recolor everything because I haven't really. I've just been winging it in terms of color, and I'm not entirely happy with everything. There's not much like unification between. Like I feel like there should be a consistent color scheme with the characters, but there isn't so far. So I'm gonna be reworking a lot of this. But
Yeah.
Jake,
what's up?
sorry to cut off, but there was a $5
Oh, holy
donation
shit!
from the Pickle Man, and he asked, Jake, you silly head, how many V-Bucks will it take for you to draw the sagas and stories of Cuchulainn? Irish mythology is a vibe untapped.
Yeah, I oh god, like there's a lot of stuff like Irish, like I guess like more broadly like Celtic mythology that like I wouldn't even know where to start with, and that's always intimidating for me.
Um,
What's up?
a basic read for you, I think, would be just for the overall set, the Labor Gabalaeren.
Yeah, yeah. First, I need to learn how to spell that. That's the first challenge.
Yeah, I can you type that on Discord? I'm not familiar with that either.
I can.
Sirsha said, Vinny, you hate me with that pronunciation.
Serge, you know how hard it is to
Serge.
pronounce your name for me.
Pickleman donated $2 just to say horsehair easy.
Horse
Horse
heresy?
heresy?
Is that the pun you're making?
I think so.
Thank you for the $2. Thank you so much for the donations. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm more Irish than anything. I'm a mix of I'm a mix of almost everything white, I'm pretty sure. But I think I'm more Irish than anything else. But I'm also American, which means I don't give a fuck about my heritage and don't have any sort of cultural connection to it. But yeah, it is kind of a shame how ignorant I am of Irish folklore and such.
Okay, thanks to Cersei, I'll just call it the Book of Invasions from now on.
Yeah, that is the translation. Just call it that.
Mm-hmm.
Why humiliate yourself and
See-
the Irish?
See, why can't we just talk normal like everyone else?
Labor Gabala Aaron.
English was good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for me.
Wait, hold up.
So,
No, just the English wasn't up for Jesus.
enough
Are we
for me.
Mormon now?
Why can't we just talk like normal people? I think there is, like, in America at least, I don't know if I don't think Anglicans are like this, but in America, like British Anglicans, but in America there is like a sect of Christianity that believes the King James version, the King James translation was divinely inspired and is the only like even like
Yeah.
it even like supersedes the original Greek and Hebrew in authority.
That's crazy. Aren't
Yeah.
those the Southern Baptists?
Yeah, some like American Protestant sect. Do Anglicans even read King James anymore, or
I believe so.
is it just like American Protestants?
I believe the Anglicans use the King James version. KJV. Church.
In the end of the day, we all know that Jesus' real spoken language was Old Church Slavonic.
Truly, I do.
Of course.
I do kind of wish I went with King James as like the translation I use for like the top of my biblical videos, just because it's more like, it's obviously a very outdated translation, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's usually the way King James renders it is the version that most English speakers are familiar with for any given passage. So sometimes I kind of wish I just went with King James and then like with footnotes whenever there's some like clarification I need to make, where like the translation isn't accurate or doesn't like demonstrate whatever point I'm making.
The
I
problem
go
is
with-
that
What's that?
I was gonna say the problem is that the King James version is just a very pretty translation. So it's nice to quote, even though it may not be the most accurate.
Exactly. Like if you just want to quote to quote the Bible, if you just want it to sound cool, like King James is the go-to.
Also, my girlfriend is yelling at me for saying that the Anglicans use King James. I wanted to retract my statement before the Anglican Inquisition comes after me. No, apparently the Anglican Communion does not universally use the King James version. I'm sorry, all the Anglicans in the audience.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for any Anglican. They deserve it. They
I
deserve
can't
the
say that.
misrepresentation.
I'm in an interfaith marriage. I can't say that. Our relationship would cause a scandal in 17th century England.
I mean, Charles I was an Anglican and Henriette Maria was Catholic.
So true. So anyway, yeah, Cromwell didn't do anything wrong, right?
No, that man was a lion.
Yeah, I don't care if he killed your family. That man was a lion. Waiting for my girlfriend to kill me in 5 seconds. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Anyways,
go for another... What was that?
There's 15 reasons why the Irish Confederates are wrong.
Irish Confederates?
Yes, the guys who fought against Cromwell in Ireland.
Oh, those. Yeah, for one, they're Irish.
Ooh, $2 from the Pickle Man. Posture check. Also Arthurian mythology. Um,
Adjusting my posture.
okay, so I haven't. It's been a minute, but I have a cat sitting behind me. I am a complete pushover with my cats, unfortunately. So I have not. I have not just pushed him out of the way.
Kitty.
So yeah, that's why I've been like hunched over in a way that's definitely not healthy.
What's their name?
This is Georgie.
Georgie.
He's been behind me literally this entire time.
Aww.
I got this chair. It's like a deeper chair. It's like the specifically so I could like sit crisscross, and then my cats could like sit in my lap. But he just decided that no, I'm gonna use this extra space to sit way in the back, and then you can just sit on the ledge. And
Yeah.
I do, because he is the alpha of the household.
A very interesting question from I Am Cognizant. Did any of y'all see? I think he meant Wolf Walkers, but he wrote Wolf Dancers.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie. That's by is that by Spa Studio?
Oh, you mean Wolfwalkers or?
I think he meant Wolf Walkers. This says Wolf Walkers, that Irish animation. So
Yeah, yeah. The Irish animation were probably referring to the Wolfwalkers.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
Cartoon Saloon.
Cartoon Saloon, that's right. They use Moho, which is an interesting animation program, but that I've considered switching to, but I've been sticking with Blender. No, I have not. But I don't think I've seen any of their movies, but they look gorgeous.
Oh, you're doing this on Blender. That's
yeah. Originally I used Flash, Adobe Flash, and I actually liked it because it's just a very simple piece of software. But Blender, I specifically like in Blender, I can do the like the wobbly line effect with just a modifier, without actually having to like redraw. Like I wouldn't have that effect in my videos if I had to like actually manually draw them. But I like it. It's kind of become like a very distinct element of my drawings. But yeah,
you're just like Eddie and Eddie.
What was that, Vinny?
You're just like Ed and Eddie.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally that. Except I don't have to actually work for it. It just does it for me. But yes, I use Blender. There's a lot of like recently there's been like a new wave of like independently developed 2D animation software, and there's a really cool looking one called Umou Pen, UMOU Pen, and that one has been like the first one in a long time to actually like get my attention, because it replicates Flash had like a really weird kind of vector brush that like you're basically drawing like a vector blob, and then if you like two blobs of the same color overlap, they just kind of combine. It's kind of weird, especially if you're used to more typical vector drawing programs, but I really liked it, and Umou Pen actually like copies that really well, and so I'll be following the development of that app, and if it ever like reaches like a nice stable state, I'd probably consider using it for projects. But also like Blender has become like very kind of distinctly part of my style, so it would probably take a lot for me to like ditch Blender for something else at this point.
It's better than just drawing on MS Paint.
Yeah, but you do it so well. I still can't believe that you use MS Paint.
On the mouse! He draws with the mouse!
Yeah, you don't even have
Can you
a tablet.
believe that?
And your
How?
line is like really good, actually.
Yeah. It's insane. And when he's drawing on a sheet of paper, he like lays in bed and
No,
swing
shut
his
up,
feet
shut up,
so
shut up, shut
forth
up,
like
shut up.
a girl, you know, like a little
with your
like
with your legs kicking.
yeah, he keeps kicking his leg, like laying in bed. He was doing that right next to me. It was so cute.
Why you keep destroying my reputation in the streets, Teresa?
I don't see the problem. That's peak male performance.
Yeah.
Ay, ay. But yeah, that's really cool. I
I
didn't know that Blender was so useful for like 2D animation.
Yeah. They it's been I guess it has been for a while now. I guess I was about to say it was a recent update, but um, yeah, and they were like 2.8 update, which was like a really big update.
Oh yeah.
Several years ago now, I guess they introduced grease pencil, which is like a really robust. Originally, it was so grease pencil originated as just an annotation tool for just like writing notes. But then I guess someone just like writing like notes on like a project that they wouldn't even like show up when you render. But then I guess someone figured out how to animate with it, or made like an extension to use it as a drawing tool that you could animate with, and then I guess that just grew into like an officially supported tool, and then that they just implemented it as like an entire like workflow with it. So but yeah, it's really cool. It's what Worthy Kids uses, and who is like one of my favorite online animators.
Oh, what is their name again? I couldn't catch that.
Worthy Kids. Spell it. WORTHIKI.
Oh, I think I found it.
I don't know why I wasn't confident I could spell that in my head. But yeah, he makes a like Big Top Burger.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Yeah,
Blender
see.
crashed. This recent
No!
version of Blender has been crashing a lot.
Oh no.
Hopefully that will improve over time. It, like, for some reason, sometimes I'll create a new layer, and then when I try to draw like the first line, it just dies on me suddenly, and I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's only like the first line of a new layer that does that. I
Are
do
you
not
Are you
understand it.
saving every 30 seconds like a psychopath, like what I do when I'm doing this door?
Usually I do. Thankfully, just now I just reopened and it
Okay.
seemed to save just fine. Oop, yeah. Okay, and then
Yeah, it's good practice to remember.
yeah.
Jay, our
What's up?
friend Teresa is threatening to show you wolf walkers.
Yeah, she threatened you. She's
Oh no,
pointing at guns
I'd be
right
down
now.
to watch Wolf Walkers over Discord.
Yeah. It's so good. I don't like the ending, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Not
don't
gonna
remember
spoil it,
the-
we're gonna have to see it so you can understand why we don't like it. You don't remember the ending?
No,
Well, I can't
I watched
spoil
it.
it, but
I watched it only once, and it was a very long time ago.
didn't we watch with you, or was it the Secret of
Book of
Kells?
Kells.
Yeah, the Secret of Kells that we watched together. I can't decide which one I liked more from the cartoons and movies, because they're all so good. I think I like the Secret of Kells more because
Because
it
it
doesn't
has
have.
racial stereotypes. I know it
Okay, that's a
doesn't.
good
It's very
point against it. Maybe I like a little bit less. It is about the Viking invasions, which is really cool. I guess it's just that it has less like structural problems than Wolfwalker has, in my opinion. However, it is gayer than the Secret of Kells, so
That's important.
yeah, the Wolfwalkers is incredibly gay, aggressively so,
Yeah, dude.
and trans.
Oh.
But we were not ready for the discussion. Yeah, no, it kind of has a very big like queer subtext to it
I
that
see.
even like in like interviews, extra material, the director said like it was not intentional when they started writing the movie, but as they were producing it, it became very obvious and they leaned into it. There's like a huge queer subtext to it.
I do like Wolf Walkers because it has Oliver Cromwell on it, and he's just an evil Englishman, like the ideal governor of Heathcliff.
For a while now, people have been having like a discussion about runes in chat. There has been almost a separate conversation going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, lots of people are commenting in runes. It takes too long to translate, but I think I try.
All right, I'm gonna keep drawing for another like 10 minutes or so, then I'm gonna wrap it up. I have a book club meeting with my friends.
A book club? What are you? Some type of liberal?
Yes.
What are you, a reader?
Okay.
You read books? Even those who don't have image?
No, exclusively picture books. We're on Captain Underpants now. Actually, on our love Captain Underpants, but that was facetious.
Okay. Which book are you reading, though?
We just read, I have it right here, Tender is the Flesh, which is...
I know that.
It's an Argentinian novel, unfortunately.
About current day Argentina.
About cannibalism, and it's very like edgy. It's quite edgy, and that's like my main complaint is that it's like a very like absurd premise about like this society where like cannibalism has become normalized, and it's just like very like shock value. Like it could be a really funny book if it didn't take itself so seriously, because like the premise is absurd, but it's like the entire time it's like, oh man, this is just like society. and
the thing I found about the book is that can I spoil a little bit of it?
Of Tender is the Flesh?
Yes,
sure.
Am I allowed to do it?
You're allowed.
The whole thing about the protagonist and the girl he has to hide. I didn't like it. I find it boring and a bit try hard. The stuff around the universe of the book, it's what I found most interesting.
Yeah.
Like how the stuff works.
The logistics of industrialized cannibalism. Yeah, that is actually like pretty like interesting in like a very like macabre way.
Someone said in the comments in chat, I mean, it's really cool to see how Jake's art style evolves and refines over time. And that is really cool. Yes, I was playing RPG with friends before joining the stream, and when I mentioned I was joining the stream with a YouTuber friend, I was looking to like Greek mythology videos to show them, and it's like your art style right now is really cool. Your older one is still really cool, but it's very nice to see the difference. You know, like as much as I encourage you to still make like newer videos about different subjects, I can't deny I'm also kind of excited to see if you're gonna remake some of the classic videos in your new art style.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because like so for my original videos I was just like I guess I'm kind of self-conscious about my art, in that like it's hard for me to make something if I don't feel like the end product will be like good enough to be presentable, and so that's why with my first videos, the idea behind like the artistic style was that it's like the drawings are like shitty but in a funny way.
I see what you mean.
And because it was like I wasn't confident enough that I could like draw like in a more like detailed style. And then like slowly I've just kind of naturally improved as an artist. Um, and I kind of went through an ugly phase for a while where I was like I got more interested in like historical, like using historical artifacts like for reference for my character designs. And I kind of went through like this ugly phase where I was just trying to include a lot more detail, but like my skill and the style, my skill hadn't really caught up yet, and it just kind of clashed with the style. And since then, I've started to, like this year, I've started to actually like really like my art a lot more, and I feel like I have. I've scaled back the detail so to where it feels more cartoony again in a way that I think works a lot better. But it is also interesting because my older videos are still a lot more popular, and kind of for a lot of people I think kind of defined like what they like about me. So I get a lot of comments that now they're like, man, I miss when the art sucked ass. It was funnier back then.
Well, you know,
I guess that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Yeah, sure. And I do think there is something I need to like work to kind of recapture. There is a sort of like
Balance.
yeah, and there is like something like a kind of cuteness that was I think lost in the process that I do need to like work to recapture. But yeah.
if
I see what you mean. Yeah, that's how I
If
do
you're using-
really like the current direction you're going for.
Mhm.
if this single piece is already a demonstration of what your style will look, at least for a bit, I'm very happy with it. I think you found the perfect
Yeah.
middle ground between the
The soulless eyes.
exaggerated.
Someone said we need the soulless eyes.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like the eyes, and admittedly, it took me a while to figure out how to make them look right. But I like how my eyes look now.
I like that too, and I think what I like about like the direction your art style right now is it has a more wider range of emotions you can do with the characters. You know,
Yes, that
because
was the
they're not-
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not just goofy. They can be goofy, but they can also look a little more serious. They can look a little more serene and such.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, and in my older videos, it's funny that the characters are kind of just stuck as like these cardboard cutouts, like that don't really like emote. Like basically, to have characters emote, I would just like draw like angry eyebrows or like over them,
Yeah.
like over their actual eyebrows, stuff like that. And that's funny, and that's what like worked about the style. But also like that just, I guess for me that just kind of got old over time. And so now, and I kept running into situations where it's like I would actually just like to have the character actually emote for this scene. But again, like it is really funny, so I particularly like, I've always, even as a kid, I've liked the kind of, oh my god, my cat is leaving the chair. Oh my god, I can sit normally. I've always, even as a kid, I've always liked stuff that's like kind of like bad for comedic effect, and that was what I was originally going for, and I still want to like capture that. But I also want to satisfy my urge to like have like interesting character designs and like historical inspiration. So yeah, it's a balancing act that I'm still in the process of figuring out. Also, the Pickle Man once again donated $2, telling me to stop doubting myself. I appreciate that, Pickle Man. Thank you.
Have you stopped doubting yourself?
Have I stopped
sorry.
doubting myself? Working on it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop streaming in just a few minutes. I'm definitely tuckered out with drawing, but what was that, Vinny?
I'm so happy about your style because I had a bit of influence on it. I was so happy with all helping with the designs of the Argonauts.
Oh yeah, I appreciate. Yeah, basically when I was basically the last couple times I've taken on projects where there was like a shit ton of characters, especially like just a bunch of generic background characters, like with the Israelites. I've been like, Vinny, here's some money. Just just doodle a bunch of characters, please. And then I use that as I didn't like take Vinny's designs directly, but I basically like copied Vinny's designs in my own style. And yeah, I like how that worked out. And yeah, and I've definitely taken stylistic cues from you, Vinny, just because you're such a good cartoonist.
So true.
So yeah, I hope I'm glad you appreciate that.
I'm incredibly happy with that, and that also you killed me after you paired me with a beautiful Greek woman.
Okay, my posture is improving now that I can actually sit back. Now that this
Jake?
bastard isn't right behind me. I keep worrying I'm gonna forget he's there and accidentally crush my child, but so far that hasn't happened. But yeah, this was fun. Thank you for joining me, my Brazilian friends.
Oh, it was an honor. It was really fun.
Yeah, I'm
was
glad
great.
you had fun. I just need someone there to like. I'm just
Yeah.
not used to streaming. Every time I stream, I'm like, I should do this more, and then I don't. I think a big reason for that is because it is tiring, and it is hard to keep up with chat. Well, like I can't pay attention to chat while I'm trying to focus on something. And even now, like this was difficult for me. Like I think I specifically did like the underlying sketch before streaming today because I knew like I wouldn't be able to think while I'm also focusing on talking to you guys and focusing on and just conscious of the fact that I'm streaming. And even this one, even though I was doing the more rote process of like the line art, I still like I look at these colors and I'm like, because like I just didn't have the time. I wasn't able to dedicate the brain power to think like how to come up with like a good color scheme for this. So I am gonna like definitely go back and fix all that before I continue with the rest of the drawing. But
It is looking really cool, though, in my opinion. And I see what you mean with the colors, but I do like the like green and the warm shades. You know, the green and the red fit very well.
basically my go-to color scheme is just blue, red, and green with like a warm tint to it. And
Yeah.
that has taken me far. But I look at a lot of my characters and realize they're all just some variation of that color scheme, which is funny. But yeah, I do think I want to do this more where I take some partially degraded piece of like ancient artwork and then come up with like my own version of it. Because it's fun to like interpret, and it's fun to like take these characters who are, you know, very like blank expressions, but like actually like give them like more emotion. I think that's really fun.
Jake,
like, what's up?
Jake, I have a little suggestion
What's up?
for a possible next piece. How
Yeah?
about you do the sacrifice of Isaac, but based on the Joseph Smith papyri?
Oh wait! Oh, I had no idea. I had no idea that existed. I need to look that up right now. Do you know what is there like a specific like name of the manuscript?
Joseph Smith papyri.
It's literally just called the Joseph Smith papyri.
Yes.
I have been dying to do like a deep dive into Mormonism. Because like I know it's gonna be so fascinating. The next time I get approached by Mormon missionaries, I'm just gonna be like, give me all of your give me all of your literature. If I can have like a free Book of Mormon box set, gimme, please. I'll take it. Don't come back to my house. I just want your literature. I mean, maybe like give me your card so I can hit you up and like ask you questions respectfully. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Do not check. Do not check if I joined your cult. I just want to study your texts.
So I can exploit it for content. Obviously.
For content on the interweb.
Yeah, is this it? Is this supposed to be the sacrifice of Isaac?
Yeah, that's the binding of Isaac.
Oh my god!
And the thing is, let me explain. It's very fast. Like you see the brown part.
Yeah, this is all like reconstruction here. Yeah.
The brown part's the original papyri. The part in black and white it's what Joseph Smith himself interpreted it to be, and it turns out it's just a manuscript about.
Yeah, this is clearly just like normal mummification. Like there's the jars at the bottom. Like it's not a sacrifice.
But you have to. It's amazing the backstory about this because there was just a seller, some guy who had a bunch of Egyptian stuff going through New York, and Joseph Smith just happened to meet him, and he bought his stuff, and he said, "Oh, that's clearly written by Abraham." Not just even like a copy of a book written by Abraham. According to himself, this specifically fragment was made by Abraham himself. It would just happen to found its way to America through the hands of Joseph Smith.
That's what I love about like biblical archaeology is that there's not even any notion of like there's not like a critical approach to like where manuscripts or artifacts come from. Like everything they find is like, this is the thing, this is I found the blood of Christ. There's a guy who says he found like some like trace of blood, and then he had it like the chromosomes analyzed. It was like, oh my god, this person, there's no DNA from a father. Like I don't know like what it's supposed to be, but like something about the DNA is like there's no paternal DNA. It's just this person only had a mother. Oh my god. And yeah, and the fucking the Shroud of Turin, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was very fun.
It was very fun. There's a lot of fun.
If you ever need help like reading chat and such with streams, feel free to call me again. Yes. It was really cool.
Same thing.
I would gladly.
Looking forward to your Mormon mythology videos.
It'll probably happen one day. But again, I gotta get through the rest of the Bible first.
You don't need to go to the rest of the Bible. You just need to reach the Babylonian invasion.
Oh, that's Mormon right. Yeah, I guess. But but Jesus shows up, so I gotta.
Yes, but that's like the middle ground of Mormon history. There's a lot of stuff before Jesus comes to America.
But yeah, it's like after the Babylonian exile, some Jews. Or I guess during it, that some Jews built a boat, sailed to the Americas. Oh God, because like what I'm gonna want to do is I've done some light research into like Mesoamerican culture, which is fascinating. Or I guess not. This would be the North American continent. But
no, technically, because not even the Mormons know where the Israelites landed.
Oh, okay. But they buried the Book of Mormon was buried in upstate New York, right?
Yes, but there's the thing. Initially, the Mormons believed that before the Jews came to America, there was no one living in America. That all the natives from the continent were descendants of the Israelites.
Oh, everyone there?
Yes.
Descended
initially, they did.
What the fuck?
Ah, I gotta
Like,
do just a proper Mormon deep dive. I know it'll be so fun.
and there it's basically two versions of Mormon history. The one developed by Joseph Smith and Brigham Young, and the current one. Like to Joseph Smith and Brigham Young, the Israelites they discovered America, and the natives from the Inuit in Alaska to the Mapuche in Patagonia, they were all descendants of the Israelites.
Oh my
But due
god.
to archaeology and but due to modern archaeology, everyone knows that there was people inhabiting the Americas way before the Babylonian invasion. So the Mormons now they just say, oh no, some groups were
Hmm.
descended from the Israelites, and they don't know where they landed because Joseph Smith doesn't give any descriptions about the areas where the Nephites, the Lamanites lived. It's
And
just that
and was there
everyone
so the Nephites, those are the ones who, so the Nephites were the ones who became like all existing Native Americans, right?
I never remember which one is which. I only remember that the main two groups are the Nephites and the Lamanites.
Yeah, and so
And
so yeah, so one of them were the good guys, but they all died out. And then the other one, were they just turned brown because they were bad? Is that the backstory?
yes,
Oh my god.
Insane. That's insane.
Oh my god. But yeah, so like I know what I'm gonna want to do for depicting that is I'm gonna want to like come up with some like weird ass like fusion of like Mesoamerican and Iron Age Levant costuming, like make them
oh,
look like
there are
some weird
great, there are
combination.
amazing paintings of made by Mormon artists depicting them. One of my favorite is I think it's one depicting King Noah, and he's just a fat white guy dressed as a Mayan king.
Oh my god. Oh, that just sounds so fun. Mesoamerican history is awesome, and the artwork is some of the most like gorgeous artwork I have ever seen. I know a lot of it is forged. I know there's like a kind of an epidemic of like of fake Mesoamerican artifacts, unfortunately. But so I'll have to look into that. But um, but yeah, Mesoamerican artwork is like ancient Maya is so cool. And it's fascinating, like how it's fascinating and frustrating the fact that there's so much just kind of like waiting to be discovered, but it's all like in the jungle. So like excavating that would be like prohibitively expensive.
Jake, not even that. I would say with Mesoamerican history is a bit worse because so much was intentionally destroyed by
Yes,
the Spanish.
they they independently invented books and all but like 3 were destroyed. That fucking crushes my soul. Yeah, I hate that. Um and
That's
I
an
guess
easy conversation to.
it's
That's an
probably
easy
not.
conversation to wrap the stream.
Yeah, sorry. This depressing note to
It's
end the
fine.
stream on. It
Yeah.
yeah, and I guess it's not plausible that there could be like organic material could be surviving in like the ruins and the jungles. Like it's all tropical, it's all rotted away.
And and Teresa, would you
Yeah.
ever want Jake to do a video about Catharism?
I guess the problem is that it's not a very mythology
Yeah,
related thing.
that's the thing is
Uh,
I'll get people asking me to cover a subject, but in terms of like narrative mythology, which is my main thing, like there's really like nothing there to work with.
I guess what you
Um
could look into are the apocrypha texts that relate to Gnosticism, like the Nag Hammadi library.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of text there over there that are maybe could be a little bit interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, but there's a few texts in the Nakamari library that describe like how the Gnostic cosmology works with the archons and Sophia and Yaldabaoth and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that could be a little bit interesting. It's not related to Catharism, it's related to Gnosticism.
Okay.
Or it also would be fun if you just took a look at the other apocryphal books. Like I would love a video in your style about the infancy of Jesus based on the
Oh
Gospel of
yes,
Thomas.
the Gospel of Thomas. Yeah, that would be a really cool one.
Oh yeah, is that the one with baby Jesus getting into mischief?
Yeah,
Or-
Yes,
he
the
creates
one
birds
where
out of clay.
And Peter,
he cures a man from being transformed into a donkey. He kills some kids.
the Gospel of Peter, I think, is the one with the like walking, talking cross.
I don't
I don't know
remember
about
now.
There's one where
that.
there's one where Jesus comes out of the tomb and then the cross comes out of the tomb with him.
I know you're talking about. I just don't remember which one is it.
All right,
But yeah,
well, I should probably wrap this up. But thank you both for joining me, and thank you all. Thank you, everyone who donated. That's always appreciated. But yeah, this was fun. Thank you so much.
It just
it was really cool. Thank you, Jake. It was awesome.
Thank you everyone that came here to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, go follow Dr. Vinny on Twitter. He's awesome.